Good morning. Welcome everybody to our GuruPurnima celebration. We'll start with, and you'll be invited to join in, some singing, chanting, and we'll pass the sheets around to you soon to join in with that. Then we will look at a series of images from the early days of the Vedanta Society here. So you'll see some of you will see younger versions of yourselves, and a lot of happy memories there. It's only up to, well, there's one image from the year 2001. So we're just showing the early days. There'll be a lot of people you won't know or recognize at all in some of the images. And we'll continue it next year, go into the next little section of images. After that PowerPoint presentation, then Gayatriprana will be giving a talk, and then you're invited to come up and say a few words, reflect on your contact with your guru, and then you're invited to stay back for lunch. So now we'll just pass out those sheets and we can all join in the chanting.
We will start with two verses from the Guru Gita, starting with Guru Brahma. 3 verses will sing, and then the song. So those who know the verses can join us.
Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurureva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Akhanda Mandala Karam Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam darshitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadilakshyam Ekam nityam achalam sarvadhi sakshi bhutam bhavatitam trigunarahitam sadgurum tam namami. Bhavasagar tarana karana he Ravinaldana bandhana khandana he Bhavasagar tarana karana he Ravinaldana bandhana khandana he Sharanagata kinkara भीतमने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने हृदय कंदर तामस भास्कर हे तुमी विष्णु प्रजापति शंकर हे पर ब्रह्म परात् पर वेद भणे गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने मानवारण शासन अंकुश हे नर त्राण तरे हरि चक्षुष हे गुणगान परायण देवगणे गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने कुल कुंडलिनी घुमा भज हे हृदय ग्रंथि विधारण कारक हे मम मानस चंचल रामे गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने रिपुसूदन मंगल नायक हे सुख शांति वरा भयदायक हे त्रयताप हरे तव नाम गुणे गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने अभिमान प्रभाव विमर्धक हे गतिहीन जने तुमि रक्षक हे चित शंकित वंचित भक्ति धने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने तव नाम सदा शुभ साधक हे पतिताधम मानव पावक हे महिमा तव गोचर शुद्ध मने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने जय सद्गुरु ईश्वर प्रापक हे भवरोग विकार विनाशक हे मनो जैनो रहे तव श्री चरणे गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने मानो जैनो रहे तव श्री चरणे गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने 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 गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने।
That's better. Yes, so we'll start the PowerPoint presentation and as mentioned, it only has images going up to about 2001. So really the early days, and we'll continue it next year, go a bit further along. So Gayatriprana and I'll be giving some commentary along the way. So as mentioned, this is going way back, see, 1977. I'm wondering whether there's anybody in there that's here today. I don't think so. But very early days. Swami Ranganathananda is in the middle there. If you,
Vandana Sarati, in the front, Kanaka Ramakrishnan, Vandana Sarati, and her brother. And this one, the lady who's lying half lying, that is Rick Spencer's mother, Wilma Spencer. And then the lady with the long hair behind. Yes.
and there's Wilma Spencer. She helped get the Vedanta Society going in Australia. Yes. What I'll do, I might give you one of the fixed mics. Run back and forth.
Yep.
And there is Jim Wilkes on the right side with a really black beard. Those who, some of you knew Jim Wilkes. And then there is Anne Godfrey, Yvonne Malik, Peter Malik, Elizabeth Yates, Giles Yates.
Yeah, a lot of history in this. This Yvonne Malik, she's quite a significant person. She was the editor of a national magazine called Cosmos, spiritual magazine, all about natural health, spirituality, alternate lifestyle. So she really played a big role in making people aware of Vedanta and Swami Ranganathananda. She used to have articles in the magazine. I'm here because of her. I'm here today because of her.
Julie.
She introduced me.
Julie also because of her.
Yeah.
And they used to run yoga classes.
Sorry?
They had yoga classes.
Yeah, yoga, meditation.
And
She
Peter Malik.
Very good introduction.
And
Anyway.
show Peter Malik also.
Anyway, I think we better move along. We'll be here all day.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, sure. We had a bookshop in the Rocks, and I think this is probably maybe the first time Gayatriprana Mataji came to Australia. She was the one who helped establish this centre. And so we'd rented a bookshop in the Rocks for a few years. And she's giving a class there. Okay. And this is a very early group of Vedanta students.
You can see Ril in the front, Wilma.
This was an Australian lady who was a nun for some time, Krishna Bhakti.
The one back. Krishna Bhakti is back.
Here, the back. Yeah. Standing up there beside Mataji. She was a nun. And then this lady here in the front row, she joined the order and was in the order for some time as well. On the left here in the front. That's Nirmala Lewis.
No.
Huh?
No, Julie's not there.
Yeah.
It's Lucy Beckner. She was a yoga teacher. And then there's Elizabeth Yates,
Yeah.
Giles. Next in front.
Okay, then.
Elizabeth.
This is
In
history
Perth.
here,
This is in Perth.
when
52.
Gayatriprana and Mataji just arrived in Perth before coming to Sydney to start this centre. This is Mahalingam and family. Mahalingam's father, parents, great devotees of Ramakrishna order, and he continues to be a great devotee. He's now one of the major developers in Australia. He's developed a city on the southwest of Brisbane called Springfield. He's been a big benefactor. Okay, then. First house we rented to house the Sharada Tapovan, the nuns. It's a good house in Mortdale, south part of Sydney. Only there for a year. And that was the first shrine that was made up.
This is the opening of Sharada Tapovan or the center in 1982. It happened on GuruPurnima. So after the morning puja, Maharaj is standing there. 43 years ago.
An early outing. Gayatriprana is still a brahmacharini. And Swami Ranganathananda, back in those years, he used to come every year as part of his world lecture tour, and he really helped us get established. He went on to become president of Ramakrishna order. Then from Mortdale, we rented a house in Strathfield for a year. It's a nice house. Yeah. Up at Lura, there used to be retreats up at Lura. And this is a group.
Yeah,
group
there
of
you
us.
can see some of the people. Urmila Mehta,
And there's Julie,
Julie, Robert in the front.
rather famished looking fellow. Yeah.
And then, who is that one?
Where?
Next to Mataji and Rob, you?
Celia Ravisi.
Celia Revesi.
Yeah.
Celia Revesi, Jim Wilkes, Gotch. And
Because
then,
Jim's a very significant figure. He was our secretary for many years. Sadly he passed away some years ago.
oh, there's Ian Harris also is there. Ian Harris on the other hand.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah. Okay, then.
Mm.
Oh, look, I've just brought this in. I went to India for the first time and I stayed in Hyderabad Mutt at the time that Swami Ranganathananda was giving a series of talks on the Bhagavatam. And he's such a gifted speaker and popular. So he'd get a crowd like this every night, a whole series of speeches every night for about a week. And I was staying there at the ashram during that time. So I just put that in. And also that same trip, my first trip to India, I stayed at Bellarmine. At that time, this was the president of the Ramakrishna order. He was a disciple of Holy Mother. Wonderful Swami Vireshwarananda. He's going for a walk in the grounds. This is an early retreat. We used to hire a retreat place up at Galston with the Swami as part of the Swami's visit.
That is
We get a good sized group of people
Georgie's,
attending.
Georgie, Julie,
Georgie, yeah.
Gotch, then Brian Harris is sitting on the floor. And then there is behind Gotch is John Turnbull.
Yeah. That's a
That's
familiar fellow there.
That's Robert. Then there is Urmila.
Yeah. Okay, then.
This is again the same
Group
retreat.
photograph. Hmm?
Maharaj is sitting on the same chair. Yes. The chair was got when we went for the retreat.
And interesting, this fellow here, that's David Clay.
David Clay.
And the interesting thing is, when you go back to those times, he actually was born and grew up in India. He was in India for about the first 10 years of his life. There were Australians back then who we'd meet who were born in India. and had a special connection with India. So he would come along. He was interested because India was part of him.
And he was from Newcastle. He used to come.
Yeah.
Where is Ula?
And here's a
Ah.
significant fellow. This is Robert Clark. He was a judge in Adelaide, and he used to come along. He loved Vedanta.
The one with the glasses, isn't it?
Yeah, this is Robert Clark.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he used to come. He was very interested in the Swami's talks.
And
Brilliant man.
and he helped us in forming our constitution
Yeah,
of the society in
Yeah.
1982.
Yeah, so first visit to Adelaide, again, that famished-looking fellow in the back there.
And then next to Maharaji in the front, that is Thea McConaughey. She's from Sydney. She
Yeah,
went from
she was
Sydney.
very good support for us in the early years here. Okay.
Yeah.
So just various photos of this. This is the Swami in Sydney. Then we had a retreat at Morpeth, and he was a very close friend of ours at that time, the Consul General, Arun Banerjee. He was a great devotee of Ramakrishna order, and he used to come along regularly for all our talks. I remember, oh, sorry, just go back a bit. I remember a bit political, but this is going back to the time, if you remember, Indira Gandhi was assassinated and he was attacked in a public event. You know who would have attacked him. He was attacked in Sydney. And so he warned us to be very careful. And we had people from a certain religious group come along a few times and they were listening to what we were saying. It's a very tense time.
What about that late one in Adelaide?
Oh, yes. Yeah, and I'm talking, of course, about Sikh community. There was a very tense time, even in Sydney back then. He was injured. He was injured. They threw chairs at him at one event, and he came and warned us. So that's the same group. This is all the Newcastle group, more purposely in Newcastle. And we had quite a strong group up there at that time. We rented a hall in Burwood, and this was the opening. We rented this hall for 3 years, and it had a flat upstairs, and it served a good purpose for us as we were getting established. So this was the opening.
So that's the person in that almost bluish jacket is Tony Revesi. He was when we came in 82, he was the president of the society.
Yeah, early days. And then he was vice president.
Yes, and then he was vice president.
Yeah. And of course, Jim, our secretary for many years, is standing there. Yeah. So just more from that opening event. There again, there's Julie. Oh, we'll go back. I'll show someone else there. Just go back to me. There's
Haridasa.
She's with us today.
That's Purnima Roy.
Oh, Purnima Roy's there.
There.
Yeah, that exactly where the pointed.
Oh, yeah, there.
Yeah, that's Purnima Roy.
Okay. Yeah.
And Julie up there
Up there.
on the front row chair.
Yeah, I pointed out Julie. Yeah. Well, Cesar Ramiro, but you don't know him. This is where we went to Melbourne. I went with Mataji to Melbourne. There was a big event, the World Conference of Religions for Peace. So religious leaders from, around the world. And Mataji gave a talk there. Okay, then. This was a crappy little house we rented in Croydon for a year, down near Parramatta Road, end of Croydon, as we were gradually trying to get ourselves established and that's inside the house. There's again Julie, and Georgie Day was a good close devotee back then. Yeah.
Yes, Joshua.
Yeah. Okay, then. Again, Mahalingam, who we talked about before, visiting, he was still living in Perth. He's in Brisbane since many years now, but he came to visit while we were there. And I think this is when you went to have sannyas, isn't it? Gayatriprana in 1985. Yeah.
It's 84. It's 84.
Was it 84?
84.
Oh, And Mukti Pranaji, legendary figure in Sri Sharadamat, first General Secretary of Sri Sharadamat, a real power in the early days of the Sharadamat. Right. And very significant person, Ulla. She's the artist, these paintings, they're Ulla's. Many of the other paintings we put out on special days, this Ulla had done. And, you know, a painting she had just finished with Sri Ramakrishna. And this is a close friend of ours, Len Worley, very elderly now, Len. He can't come along anymore.
Actually, they drove from here to Brisbane. So on the way,
Yeah.
they went to.
Yeah, she was living up on the mid-north coast at that time, Ulla.
Mm.
And we went to her little apartment. Again, that famished fellow. And this was we went on a big tour. I went around the world with Mataji. You'll see we went to America. It's coming up. So here we are in America. I took this photo at Santa Barbara. There are nuns, American nuns run the Santa Barbara Center. It's under the Vedanta Society of Southern California, very beautiful center. So they're all very excited. First time the Sri Sharadamat's nuns were visiting America. So it was quite a momentous event for the Vedanta societies there to meet these nuns. This is Gayatriprana, who was in charge of the big Sharadamat Center in Thrissur in Kerala. I don't remember the name of these nuns.
Mm.
I'm not sure they're even living now. This is a legendary figure in Ramakrishna order. Swami Asheshananda is a disciple of Holy Mother. And I stayed, this is in Portland, in Oregon State. And we were there for a few days. I stayed in the center with him for 3 days. He's a very, very unusual Swami. Totally oblivious of his external appearance. You know, normally the Swamis will dress very neatly. He didn't care. When he does the puja, he'd throw the flowers at the shrine. It's just totally unique Swami, but very, really spiritual giant. I tell you, a spiritual giant. You could feel it.
Disciple of Holy Mother living in Holy Mother.
And he gave one talk while we were there. We were there for one of the Sunday talks. And I was wishing he'd talk about Holy Mother. And he did. During the talk, he started talking about Holy Mother and his reminiscences of her. It's really special.
Rick had his initiation from
Yeah.
Rick Spencer,
Yeah.
has his initiation from Swami Asheshananda.
And they've got a retreat center outside Portland. So we went up there for the day and having a lunch with him. Now we're back at the Burwood Hall. I think this is sadly the final year that Swami Ranganathananda was able to visit here. He fell sick after this world tour. We never managed to have him back here with us again. Whenever he would come, we'd get a lot of people coming for his talks. And here, he's giving a talk somewhere in Leichhardt, from what I remember. Then the opening of this hall, the mayor at that time is a Jewish, and he very kindly agreed to come and open this Vedanta hall. And this is how it looked back then, the layout, with those very uncomfortable old yellow chairs. I was so happy to get rid of them.
See, the shrine was here.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'd go for outings with Mataji. We stayed at Wambing Caves for a few days. There's beautiful waterfall there. Out walking.
You can see Larry, Tia, Tony, who's behind, can't see. And then Jim.
Then we used to go have a stall at the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival. We did that for a few years. That worked quite well. Used to take a lot of books there.
In Darling Harbour.
Yeah. And we had a retreat at Point Piper. There's the nuns run a centre up right up on top of the hill there. That was quite a good venue.
You can see Robert Stafford Watts, Rick,
Stafford, yeah,
then Brian Weber, Harida, Tony, Urmila,
Rick's
Uh,
there.
Rick, yes.
That's Ashok, yeah, you know Ashok.
Ashok. Mm.
Yeah,
Is there, no?
Yeah, Rick is the here on
Yeah.
this, on the right side.
and this is Dr. Kaushik. He's a brilliant man,
There.
neurosurgeon and heart surgeon, qualified in both. Brilliant man from Newcastle. He used to host our classes up in Newcastle. Very humble too, very humble. man.
And his wife also is there,
Yeah,
Mrs.
she was a doctor. That's his wife there, Garuma. Yeah. Lo-
Not Julie,
The way, no?
that's Mrs. Dave, Mrs.
Yeah.
Dave. Mm.
Gosh, it's sad. You know, a lot of these people have passed away.
Larry,
So,
Larry is there.
yeah, Larry. Yeah.
That, and
So this is the nuns that we were here in 91.
Gayatriprana, Gayatriprana. And
Pravrajika, she went back to India. She was a bit sickly. She went back. And we did have an Australian nun, Lolita, for some years, but she's left the order now. Early days at Dharma, before we had any house up there.
oh, soon after we bought the place.
Yeah, down
Yes.
there for the day.
That is Larry and Tony's son, Dylan,
Yeah,
Robert, and then that is, the other one is Victoria
Vatna.
Vatna. Mm.
Yeah, she's. Now, we used to go, I would go with Mataji to Malaysia. Gosh, one year, I think we went 3 times, at least twice a year. So one of the main hosts was To Puanoma Sambandhan. She's a very significant figure in modern Malaysian history. When Malaysia got independence, her husband was head of the Malaysia Indian Congress, and he helped form the first independent government in Malaysia. That was her husband. And he was a great devotee of Ramakrishna order. So she's a very interesting person. She would use her position to make sure that Mataji would meet prominent people in Malaysia. So federal ministers, even when any famous people were around, she'd bring them in. The ambassador, Australia's ambassador to Australia, she got him to come and meet Mataji one day. And yeah, I was trying to remember. Nelson Mandela happened to come to Malaysia when we were there. So she was invited to meet him, and she took Mataji along. Mataji met him. So from the king down, everybody knew her. And we spent a lot of time with her, and I saw she was amazing. She could mix with the king one moment, the next moment with the very simple rubber tapper families up in the mountains. She'd sit on the floor and mix and sing with them. She could just easily mix any level of society. Really remarkable person. Very funny too, had a wonderful sense of humor. Now we went to Kosciuszko, went up right up to the top, took Mataji with us. We hired a wheelchair, got her up there in a wheelchair. This was our Mara hosted our visits to Melbourne. He was a very significant person in the Melbourne community. He was the president of the Federation of Indian Associations of Victoria. So to arrange for Mataji to participate in various conferences with leaders of faith and other leaders. And he helped, a very big figure in developing the main temple in Victoria at Carrum Downs. Very quiet, humble man. He was a mathematician, professor of mathematics. And then General Secretary, oh no, she was Assistant Secretary
at
at that
yes.
time.
Mm.
Amala Pranerjee, yeah.
And this is
Early
the
days.
management committee.
And that was our management committee at that
Uh,
time.
Tanya Austin, Nandu
There's
Mehta,
Nandu Mehta.
and
And
then
Vimala, some of you know.
Vimala Nayanar, Stafford Watts, Robert Grant, and Jim Wilkes. Nandu Mehta said everything.
This is a retreat up behind the Gold Coast at Springbrook, right up in the mountains. And quite a group. We've got Selva's here with us, and Vaksanti.
Vasant is there, yes.
They're here in the
Then-
audience.
Balan Lakshmana in the front, and Stafford Watts.
Stafford's there.
Then Robert is there,
Yeah, there's all.
And this is Yena.
Mahalingam.
And Mahalingam. And some of these people were Theosophical Society people, quite a few of them, because it's their retreat.
And Colin Drake, that's it.
Yeah, Colin Drake is one of our long-time members, Colin Drake.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the
Oh.
opening of the wing.
Yeah, this is, so I think this must be the last slide. Gosh, we got through them quickly. Yeah, this is the start of the WIN, Women's Interfaith Network, still going strong. Had its launch at the
Yeah,
New South Wales Parliament House.
Josie Lacey Zubaydah.
That's Dr. Rachel Cohn. She was the head of the AC Religion Department back then.
And then Haridasi next to just to Zubaydah.
Yeah.
Sister,
Josie Lacey, you would have seen, she's come along here many times, Jewish
we went to
Jewish community.
Yeah, I forget her name.
what's her name? Robert?
What?
That-
Sister?
Which one?
Sister, behind Martin.
Her-
We went to start.
Oh, Pauline Ray. Sister
Pauline,
Ray.
Sister
She's a
Pauline.
Senior Catholic nun. Okay, that's it. Now, Gayatriprana will be giving a talk, and then you'll be invited to anyone, open forum. Anybody can come up and speak.
So now we are back in 2025. खण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Salutation to the Guru who has made it possible to realize him, by whom this entire universe of movable and immovable objects is pervaded. See, the Guru who has made it possible to realize him, by whom this entire universe of movable and immovable objects is pervaded. That reality, that entity is what we call Brahman or God or whatever name you use. According to Vedanta, no direct experience of reality is possible without a Guru. Guru is a must. Mere study of books does not give us the faith in our spiritual destiny, does not inspire us. We may wonder, why should we need a Guru? Can't we just lead spiritual life without a Guru? Books are there giving all the instructions. So what's the need for Guru? Maybe you may be able to make some progress. But those who want to earnestly pursue the spiritual path and progress along that path, leading to realization of God, eternal peace and happiness, definitely need a Guru. We take the help of teachers, guides, coaches, trainers in all fields in the mundane life. Whether it is education, sports, arts, music, everything we take. When it comes to spiritual life, We think that, oh, we don't need a guru. We can read everything in the books are there. Can listen to lectures. We don't need a guru. No, it's not. Because study of books and scripture, even scriptures, won't give us faith in our spiritual destiny. Does not inspire us to persevere in our practice till the goal is reached. That inspiration comes only through a living person. And that's why the guru is so important. But then you may ask, well, if you read the real life of Sri Ramakrishna, we see that Sri Ramakrishna had the realization or vision of Mother Kali without any aid of guru. With just by his own practice, he had the vision. So why should we need a guru? Oh, I don't need. Well, you are trying to delude yourself. Do you have that much of intensity of Sri Ramakrishna? That much of longing? That much of sincerity? That much of surrender? If you have, then we don't need a guru. You may be able to progress. But how few have that? What Sri Ramakrishna practiced when Narendra was panting for spiritual realization, Sri Ramakrishna said, this is nothing. The other disciples commented on the intensity of Narendra's longing. And Sri Ramakrishna said, compared to what I went through, this is nothing. And then we think that, oh, we thought with aid of a guru, we can just, by our own effort, we can realize God. No, we need a guru. So Swami Brahmananda says, the path of spirituality is hard to follow. No matter how clever or how intelligent a man may be, without the aid of an illumined guide, he is sure to stumble on the way. We need the aid of an illumined guide. Studying books, listening to lectures. Now, listening to lectures is so easy. Everything is on the online. So we can listen to a lot of lectures. We can study all the books, even books we don't have to carry in. That also you can online, we can read. So we can get all the information. You get information, not knowledge, not even realization. That's far, far away. And that you may develop intellectually, but need not be on the spiritual level. Studying books and scriptures, you become a scholar. But that does not mean that person you are advancing on the spiritual path. You become a scholar. You can give lectures on Vedanta, on different aspects of spirituality. But how much are you progressing on the spiritual path? That's a different thing. So often we see that many of those people who can speak highly, when it comes to practice, they fail because they are not practicing. They are only intellectual knowledge they have got. But yeah, unless you practice it yourself, you are not able to do anything really on the spiritual path. So Swami Vivekananda says, it is not true that a high order of intellectual development always goes hand in hand with proportionate development to the spiritual side of man. Intellectually, you know everything. You can speak, you can give wonderful lectures. But on the spiritual side, you may fail miserably. That flame of spiritual awakening in the seeker can and must come from another living person. Now, needing a spiritual guide is not just a speciality or special feature of Vedanta or yoga. In all the different faith, we see they insist that there is a great need for spiritual guide. Only the term they use is different, that's all. This fact is the feature is there. For example, in Christianity, they call spiritual director. You need a spiritual director to progress on the spiritual path. In Judaism, it's called Sadik. Christian Orthodox call starets. Sufism calls Murshid. But the same thing. The idea is same. You need the guidance of a spiritually illumined person to progress on the spiritual path. Without inner awakening, there can be no direct experience of the highest truth, of God, of the self, or Brahman. And that inner awakening comes when the soul feels restless for God. Look at the life of Sri Ramakrishna, we can see how restless he was. Day and night, he was praying for a vision of Mother Kali. And at the end of the day, those who have read the life of Sri Ramakrishna, know, at the end of the day, when the bells are going on, the worship service is going on, he'll be weeping. Another day has gone, and I haven't had the vision of you, crying to Divine Mother. And people often, and sometimes later he described that he used to rub his face on the ground and cry, Mother, Mother. And some people thought, oh, maybe this poor fellow, he lost his mother, that's why he's crying. They didn't understand he is weeping for Divine Mother, he's panting for Divine Mother. That restlessness comes not through intellectual reasoning or scriptural study. No, you won't get that restlessness. That comes as a result of God's grace. And God's grace appeared to us in the form of Guru. The spiritual power transmitted by the Guru guides and inspires the seeker to persevere. Otherwise, we may do for a few days and you read or listen to lectures and do follow the instructions given in the lecture or book for some days. Then you read another book, listen to another lecture, that the instructions may be different. You go for that. Then you go to another one. You are not persevering any particular single practice. You are not getting any result. So the guidance of the Guru inspires a seeker to persevere. Persevere in the practice that you are doing till you attain the goal. And this transmission of spiritual power is the process known as spiritual initiation, where the seeker is given a spiritually charged sacred word or formula. And the spiritual power of the Guru depends upon the depth of the God, his or her God realization. Deeper the God realization, greater the spiritual power. And so we say the greatest teachers are the incarnations of God, prophets of God. Incarnations of God, the highest level. They can give illumination to anybody at any time, just with a look, a word, a touch, or even a thought. They don't even have to do any of this, just thinking. We have the example, the story of Totakacharya, the disciple of Shankaracharya. He was not among the main disciples of Shankara. He was not very intelligent. One day when it was time for the classes, Shankaracharya is waiting. So the chief disciple Padmapada asked, what are you waiting for, Guru? Then Master, he said, Giri, his name, he is waiting for Giri. Oh, waiting for him. It's as good as waiting for the wall to come. Because after all, he is a dull-headed person. What will he understand? That was Padmapada's attitude. Shankara felt sad because Giri was doing a personal service to Guru, washing his clothes and all those things. He mentally blessed Giri, and within a short time, Giri came chanting, singing a verse, a hymn in praise of Guru in the Totaka meter. And the others were surprised. And where did they get this sudden wisdom from? From the blessing of the Guru. So just the illumined teacher not illumined teacher, the incarnation can transmit illumination through a thought, word, just a look or touch. We see Narendra how Sri Ramakrishna transmitted or gave highest realization just with a touch on his second visit. And Narendra got so frightened, he saw everything is just disappearing. He said, "What are you doing? I got my father, I got my mother." He was not ready at that time, but the teacher can give the incarnation. Next in line comes, that's why I said, the deeper the realization, greater the power. Next comes the direct disciples or companions of the incarnations. They are also illumined souls. They are ever-free souls. They also can give illumination. The disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, the disciples of Jesus, just by the touch, they can give illumination. Then in the line order comes the illumined souls, illumined teachers, who guide the seekers on the spiritual path. And the power of the illumined teacher is greater if the teacher comes in a Guru Parampara. And if the original one from where the Parampara starts, the lineage starts, is a divine being or an incarnation. Why is it that? Why do we say that the power is more? Because the power of the spiritual incarnation, the spiritual power of the incarnation flows from one generation to another through the disciples. Swami Vivekananda says, these great ones, whom you call incarnations of God, are mighty spiritual giants. They come and set in motion a tremendous spiritual current by transmitting their power to their immediate disciples, and through them to generation after generation of disciples. In the life of Sri Ramakrishna, we see towards the end, when he was in Kasipu, one day he touched Narendra, and Narendra lost outer consciousness. After some time, when he regained consciousness, he saw Sri Ramakrishna was weeping, shedding tears. He asked, why? Then he says, I given all my power to you. Through this, you will do great work. So the teacher, the incarnation is transmitting the spiritual power to the disciple, and that disciple to his disciple, and the line of disciples goes on. That is why we say the Guru from a Guru Parampara is very important, Guru Parampara. Now, traditionally they say the original Guru is either Vishnu or Shiva. And then from comes the sages like Vasishta, then his disciple Shakti, Parashara, the line of disciples, Vyasa, Shukadeva, Gaudapada, Govindapada, Shankaracharya, and then his disciples. And we here, all these devotees, all of you sitting here, you all belong to that big line, long line, because we are all followers of Sri Ramakrishna. And Sri Ramakrishna comes in the line of Totapuri, one of the 10 orders, monastic orders that Shankaracharya started. So we come in the Guru Parampara. That is very important. Then you get the power of the Guru is greater when it's a Parampara rather than just one Guru standing on his own or her own accord. Sri Ramakrishna repeatedly said that One can assume the role of a guru if one has command, the authority. People can say, "Oh, I am a guru. I can set up myself as a guru. No problem." But unless you have command, have got authority, nobody will listen. You will say, people will listen. The words, of course, no, you are not deaf. You don't, not that you can't listen, but nobody will follow you. The things go through one ear and go through the other. Sri Ramakrishna gave authority to Narendra. Towards the end, you can see he could hardly speak. So he wrote on a piece of paper, Naren will teach. So he was given the authority. And we can see the American newspapers described Swami Vivekananda as an orator with divine right. And when Swamiji, before he attended the parliament, he said he doesn't have any credentials. Dr. Wright said, to ask credentials to you, Swamiji, is like asking the sun its right to shine. You don't ask, why are you shining? We don't ask the sun. It's like that, to ask credentials to you. Now, spiritual journey. Now, how are we to know a true guru, a genuine guru? Because there are so many gurus are there. Anybody, after studying scriptures for a few months or 1 or 2 years, can set themselves as a guru? So how are we to know a true guru, a real guru, a genuine guru? Our scriptures give some qualifications to look for. The first one is the guru must be well versed in the spirit of the scriptures. Not just the words, the spirit. What do the scriptures mean? The spirit of the scriptures. The guru should have a true insight into the meanings of the scriptural teaching. Swami Vivekananda says, it is the knowledge of the spirit of the scriptures alone that characterizes a true religious teacher. The true religious teacher should have the knowledge of the spirit of the scriptures, not the words. Words anybody can repeat. We all can read and by heart and repeat it. But the spirit should be there. If you are simply carried away by the words, in Sanskrit, the Sanskrit scholars, Pandits, they will go on debating on one word for days together. How the word was formed, what are the different other meanings of the word, they can go on. But they are completely losing the spirit of the words. And if they are carried away by the words, the text becomes secondary. And about such people, Shankaracharya says, disputations and arguments about the words and phrases are for the enjoyment of the scholars. They enjoy it, but it does not lead to realization or enlightenment. So that's the first qualification the teacher should have. They should know the spirit of the scriptures. Then the next one, very important, must be sinless. That means the person must be perfectly pure. Only then the words will have value. Otherwise, it cannot be a transmitter of spirituality. Purity comes from dispassion, and dispassion comes from self-control. See, the spiritual guide, spiritual guru has to be absolutely pure. And purity comes from dispassion. Dispassion comes from self-control. So if you don't have a self-control, if you are indulging in all pleasures and you claim to be a guru, who is going to follow you? well, the disciples also be of that type. We cannot say anything more. Only with purity and self-control is the person entitled to speak about God, because God is purity. And so Swami Vivekananda says, we must first see what he is and then what he says. First, look at the character, look at the life of that person, and then listen to what the person says. And Swami Vivekananda, when he says, he is speaking these things from his own life. He tested Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna used to say that he could not touch metal. Now, and he used to say, touching metal, because he has completely given up gold, he could not touch metal. If he touches metal, he gets pain, physical pain. Narendra the skeptic could not believe this. This is too far, too much of exaggeration. But so I had to test it. So what did you do? One day when Dakshineshwar, when Sri Ramakrishna was gone out of the room, he put a coin under Sri Ramakrishna's mattress and then went outside veranda and talking to somebody else, but keeping an eye on the room, what's happening inside. After some time, Sri Ramakrishna came and went, as usual, he went and sat on the small cot or small bed he used as his chair, like that where he sits and talks to people, devotees. The moment he sat down, he jumped up as though stung by something. So he asked his attendants, look, what is there? What is there? They took up the sheets, nothing. Removed the mattress and found the coin. And Sri Ramakrishna understood. He saw Narendra walking outside on the veranda. He understood who has put the coin there. So Sri Ramakrishna, and he told another disciple, Yogin, you test the sadhu day and night, and only then believe. Once you test and find a person completely pure, sinless, then you follow the person absolutely. Then another qualification is the motive. What's the motive of the teacher in guiding the disciples, seekers? There should not be any ulterior motive, not for name, fame, or wealth or power. It must be out of love, pure love for mankind, just for the sake of doing good for others. Shankaracharya says, the Guru is like the spring which comes and brings back the plants, everything back to life. Ahetuka Daya Sindhu, an ocean of, boundless ocean of motiveless mercy. Boundless ocean of motiveless mercy. No motive, no self-interest there. Just for the sake of helping that person on the path. That's the only interest. And from that comes, when the teacher has got that absolute motiveless mercy, just pure love, then he or she will be compassionate, patient, and understanding the needs of the disciples. They know how the disciples are weak. They make mistakes, they stumble on the path. So understanding and always ready to help. And when we really thirst for spiritual life, then one is sure to meet the Guru, who is to be the Guru, sure to meet the person who is to be the Guru. So Swami Vivekananda says, it's a mysterious law of nature that as soon as the field is ready, the seed must come. To put the seed, you must make the field ready. As soon as the field is ready, seed must come. As soon as the soul wants religion, the transmitter of religious force must come. The seeking sinner meeteth the seeking Savior. When the power that attracts the receiving soul is full and ripe, the power that answers to that attraction must come. Swamiji is not saying it will come, he says must come. It will happen. When the disciple is ready, when you are ready for, you're panting for religion, then the Guru will come. Guru must come. Now, we talk about the qualifications of the teacher, what you have to look for. What about the disciple? There is no need for any qualification. Then you, if as you said here, if you are not ready, you won't find the teacher. The teacher may be standing right in front of you, but since you are not ready, you won't recognize. So there should be a few qualifications for the student, the spiritual seeker also. The first one is a sincerity of purpose. Why do you want spiritual life? For just a fad? Because it's a fashion to go to the ashram, go to take initiation. So I also take initiation. I also go to Vedanta lectures. So that's a fashion. No. What's the purpose? Sincerity of purpose. I want God realization. I want nothing but truth. That sincerity should be there and should be ready to give up anything for that. Then that's one of the first qualification. Then comes steadiness in spiritual disciplines. Day after day doing the same thing, so boring. No, you can't do that. If you want to progress in spiritual practice, you should be doing the same thing every day. There should be steadiness in spiritual practice. Many people we see have taken spiritual initiation. Are you doing your meditation and japa regularly? Are you repeating the mantra? Oh no, I don't get time. You got time for everything else. Just for repeating mantra, you don't have time. That shows what your priorities are. No, you must be steady. You must be ready to persevere. And steadiness of will, strength and willpower. I will do. Whatever be the obstacles, I must do. I can do it. That willpower should be there. And full of hope and fervor, not momentary enthusiasm. But the most important thing is faith, Shraddha. Faith in the Guru, faith in the words of the Guru, faith in the scriptures, and faith in oneself. Faith is most important. Faith is not just blind belief. When we say faith, blind faith, no, it's not. Belief, you're just putting you're trusting somebody says something, you believing there and going on. But faith is not that. You test that belief, analyze, test it. It has been proved to you to be true. Then it becomes faith. And when it is faith, you put 100% there. And Swami Vivekananda says, without faith, humility, and veneration towards our religious teacher, there cannot be any growth of religion in us. Faith, humility, and veneration towards a religious teacher. Without these three, there cannot be any growth. And what does Holy Mother say about faith? Well, according to Holy Mother, in things spiritual, one should implicitly follow the instructions of the spiritual teacher. About spiritual things, you should implicitly follow. You cannot make any change. But in matters temporal, use your own intelligence. About mundane things, you ask advice to the teacher. The teacher may give some advice, but follow your own intelligence. But in spiritual things, follow the instructions implicitly. Why is this faith so important? Faith in the Guru. Because spiritual journey is a solitary journey. You are not going in a crowd, not even with another person. It is the only companion is your own mind. You are traveling with your own mind, and then untrained mind is restless and unpredictable. It can play so many tricks, and we will be fooled by our mind. So we have to trust the teacher completely, because the teacher, the spiritual guide, the Guru, is our greatest well-wisher. Swami Vivekananda says, the relationship between with the teacher is the greatest in life. The relationship with the teacher is the greatest in life. My Guru is my nearest and dearest relative in life. Greater than or closer than father and mother. See, my Guru is my nearest and dearest relative in life. Next, my mother, then my father. See the order? First comes Guru, and then mother, then father. The father and mother give me this body, but the Guru gives me rebirth in spirit. That is why Vedanta advises seekers to follow one Guru. Follow the teacher, follow your Guru, and follow the instructions given by the Guru. You can listen to others, appreciate others, other Gurus, get instructions from them, inspiration from them. They are called Upagurus. But you should be always following one particular Guru. And once you accept a Guru, it's Guru forever. It's your Guru forever. They say the Guru and your chosen ideal is there for you birth after birth, till you attain your freedom, your liberation. You don't go about changing Gurus. There are people who go around changing Gurus. That is, so your acceptance of Guru is also, it's not really acceptance. You can't change your parents. Do we go around changing parents? It's just like that. Your Guru is your spiritual parent. You cannot change the Guru. Once a Guru, yes, Guru forever. Not just this life. The future lives also is your Guru. We often speak, but quite mistakenly, that we choose our Guru. No, we don't choose our Guru. The Guru is chosen for us. Nobody can choose your Guru. It's definitely chosen for us. So and so is your Guru. It's already decided. Just like we don't have a choice, our parents. We don't choose our parents. I will be born as the child of such and such a couple. No. They are chosen for us. The same way, Guru is chosen for us. To give one incident about that, when Swami Vivekananda was there, a great devotee, Surendra Sen, he wanted to have initiation from Swami Vivekananda. And he insisted, kept on pestering Swamiji, pleading with Swamiji. And in the end, Swamiji said, all right. The day was fixed, and he came ready with all preparation. Swamiji went to the shrine, and he was meditating. And this gentleman was waiting outside. After some time, Swamiji came out and said, I'm not your Guru. Your Guru is somebody greater than me. And the man said, what? Who is greater than Swami Vivekananda? No, he doesn't want to accept me as his disciple. No, I'm not going to take. Because I can't think of anybody greater than Swami Vivekananda. So he didn't have initiation. Swamiji said, no, I'm not your guru. Years passed by, and then one day while in a dream, he had the dream of a goddess. Straight away he knew this is a goddess, a lady. And she said, repeat this mantra, and gave him a mantra. He was not interested. I didn't get initiation from Swami Vivekananda. I'm not going to do any of this. Who is this goddess, whoever it is? I'm not interested. Then again, many years went. Then with somebody else, another devotee, he went to Jarambati. And then he felt to take initiation from Holy Mother. And he went, Mother agreed. And as soon as Mother uttered the mantra, he straight away remembered, this is the mantra I got in the dream. And then Holy Mother asked, it's tallies, isn't it? And she looked just the goddess that he appeared in the dream. Now, what Swamiji said, your guru is greater than me. Of course, Holy Mother is greater than Swami Vivekananda. So guru is decided. You can't choose your guru. We foolishly think that, oh, such and such a person is such a great person. I'll take that person as my guru. No, your guru is decided for you. All we have to do is make ourselves deserving the grace of the guru by spiritual practices and ethical living. Unless we are ready, we make ourselves deserving, the instructions of the guru won't have any result. When we plant a seed in the ground, first we prepare the garden bed. You remove the pebbles, weeds, everything, you dig it up, fertilize it, and then put the seed. Then it sprouts. A good plant comes, and then you look after it, care for it, and it grows into a fruit tree of a plant, whatever it is, and gives the fruits. If you don't do that, just put the seed in the ground, it may just wither away, not even sprouting. Even if it sprouts, a few days later, it may wither away. Like Jesus' example of the seed falling. Some fell on the rocks, didn't grow at all, sprout at all. Some with the weeds grew up and choked the crop. Some fell on a properly prepared field and gave a good crop. So unless we prepare ourselves, the instructions of the guru, the spiritual seed won't work out, won't give fruit. And then we complain. We are not prepared and we are not persevering. And then we complain after a month or two. I have been doing spiritual practices, nothing has happened. Do we complain after planting a seed a month later? Oh, why is this mango tree not giving any mangoes? We don't complain. We patiently wait. It takes time. The same way, we have to be patient and work on ourselves. This has to be done by ourselves. Nobody can do that for us. The teacher gives the instructions. The guru gives the mantra. And in the spiritual initiation, bija mantra. Bija means seed. That we have to cultivate it. It's up to us. And it's the guru that gives the freedom from bondage and reminds us of our real nature. So, just conclude with the words of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna says, Satchidananda alone is the guru. We often think, oh, guru is just like me, another person. No. The human guru is just a channel. So Sri Ramakrishna says Sachidananda alone is the guru. If a human being helps you on the spiritual path, know that it is Sachidananda that has assumed that form for your sake. Brahman or Supreme Reality has taken that particular form for your sake. That is just a channel. The power coming through any channel is the same from God. So often people compare, oh, my guru is greater than your guru. That guru is just that human form is just a channel, just a pipeline. The source is the same, Sachidananda. How can we think of a human being as guru? Because we chant Guru Brahma, then now we chanted earlier, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. Guru is Vishnu, Guru is Brahma, Guru is Maheshwara, Guru is Supreme Brahman. How can a human being be Shiva, Vishnu and Brahman? So when we say Guru, it is that supreme power. Human gurus are just channels. So we pray to that supreme guru to guide and lead us to the supreme goal of life. That's God realization.
So now we have an open forum. You're invited to come up and share your thoughts on Guru in your life. Yeah, thanks, Jeff.
Pranams to Gayatriprana, my Mataji and my Guru, and salutations to Gayatriprana and the other nuns. It's an honor to be here and to hear what a wonderful speech. And I'd like to thank you all for the continued spiritual guidance for Christine and me and our family. And we need it sometimes. And also, I'd like to thank, from my point of view, from the management committee, how important it is to have the nuns available to consult with and to lead us and to manage the organization as well as we do. Thank you.
We've got time for hopefully some others to come up and share a few thoughts. Yeah, thanks.
Pranam Mataji. I just want to reiterate what was said earlier. That was a beautiful lecture, especially the way you explained the qualities of the Guru and how to recognize them. And more importantly, how do we as disciples have to prepare ourselves to be able to be in that zone to actually get the good fortune of getting a Guru. The other thing that resonated was when you said that everybody here is so fortunate that we are here in the lineage of Swami Ramakrishna and Ma Sharda. I'll just take a contemporary example that'll bring this home very quickly. The current Prime Minister of India, some of you may know, he was very influenced by Swami Vivekananda when he was a youth. And he was, his guru was Swami Atmasasananda, who was recently passed away about 4 or 5 years ago. And when he went to him in his youth, he said, I want to renounce the world. I think this is for me. Well, his guru, being the guru, said to him, renunciation is not for you. You need to go out there and serve the community. So as Mataji was saying, it's the guru that recognizes what the disciple has, the potential to be able to then guide them, motivate them, whatever the word you may want to use. But these are such powerful aspects of a guru that we don't know at the time. That, 40 years ago, when Mr. Modi would have been told by Swamiji that, no, I'm not getting you initiated because you need to go out there and serve the community, did the world realize that those words were so powerful, they would change the world? Because that man has changed the world, at least he's changed India. Another contemporary example comes to mind is Swami Prabhupada, the Swami who started ISKCON. His guru said to him, you're educated, you can speak English very well. I want you to go out of India and spread the word of Sri Krishna. Now, Prabhupada wrote in his biography that he wasn't sure because he said, I'm very old. He was not young at the time. He was very old. Number two, I've never traveled outside India. And how am I going to do this? But his guru kept at him and kept motivating him and saying to him, no, you need to go out there and do it. And the rest, as they say, is history. Look at how big ISKCON is today. Now, that wouldn't have happened if Prabhupada's guru would not have motivated him and guided him in a way that he ended up doing what he did. A few months ago, I was in someone's company and they were sharing something with me which blew me away. That, see, these are contemporary examples of human beings. We don't realize that even exalted souls have gurus. Now, we've all heard of Bajrangbali, Sri Hanuman, the monkey god, as we call him. Now, when Sri Ram asked him to go to Lanka as the chosen person and hunt for Sita, Hanumanji was not sure of himself. Now, I found that very hard to believe, but then they were given some verses in Sundarkand where then Hanumanji also had a guru. And the guru said to Hanumanji, no, you can do it. So, just all these things are so powerful that we don't take them seriously at the time. But then when you look at history or you look at what's happening around you, you find that the Guru Shish Parampara actually works. It's not really something that you read in a book or just listen to in lectures. It is happening around us. So the earlier we get ourselves a good guru, the better. Hari Om.
So, thanks, Satish. Yes, Abhijit.
Pranams to Guru, to our family, Pravrajika, Gayatriprana Mataji. Pranams to Gayatriprana Mataji, or Mataji, Robert as well. Like throughout our life, and we've all got life challenges, say whether personal or professional, the Matajis have always been there to help guide us and help us go and demand from Holy Mother strength and direction. It does work all the time, and I still remember some of the very, very strong parsimonious pieces of guidance that was given to us, and that I've also stuck true all the time, was to also do everything with devotion, dedication, and determination. And also, but most of all, what I'm really thankful for, which has been provided unselfishly by the order, is the amount of love that has been given, from the nuns, as well as from the monks, as well from the wider order as well, that we've been privileged to receive as a family, which was really warmed to and which we're forever grateful for.
Thanks, Abhijit. Yes, Matu. Yeah.
Pranam to Thakur, Ma, and Swamiji. I'm not very good speaker, but here is my Guru. That's why I'm saying few words. But before that, I am chanting a few lines. Agyanatimirandhasya gyananjana shalakaya chakkhurunmilitan jana tasmai Sri Gurave namo. This script I have learned from that time when I started to come here. So I was listening Mataji's speech, and there was 3 words, 3 A's, I think, which insist me to come in this podium and speak few words. Number 1 is S, that is the spirit. So that sloka I told you that I didn't know. But when the time I come here, I started to read few books, few stotras and slokas. And so I think that is very much applicable to my life. And second is for the Mataji said, second is no sinner. That means I found that no cruelty at the time when I started to come here. Only love, love, and love, and help, help, and help. So after when I first did my drama, and there was Gayatriprana Mataji, I met her. And that time I have no faith. But gradually from my drama part, she pulled me to the spiritual field. And I understand what these spiritual things. And the second part, the meaning of your second part lecture, the say love and help, how it helps. And third part, why you want a teacher guru? Because you already have your father and mother as a guru, and you have a teacher when you are young in the university, you have a guru. But why you need a spiritual guru? So after reaching the 60, I realized why I need it. Because parents give you a birth, or you have a blood relation with your parents, so they automatically love you. Second thing, when you are after 30 years, you want to stabilize in the society, you need a good professor, good mentor to do your work. So they are easy because you earn money, you have to stabilize in the society. That is the reason. But when you reach 60, you think you have nothing to do. So why you need a guru? But that is so different, I have realized. And that time has came. And Gayatriprana Mataji that time was not there. But her influence was there in this society. And I got a guru. Maybe it was pre-planned. I don't know how it came to my path, but it helped me because in our personal life and other life, we have a lot of problems. Everyone like this same problem. But every time I overcome when I see that energy is there, such advice is there. So on this auspicious day, I want to say our gratitude. And from whole my family, I say our pranam to Mataji, Gayatriprana Mataji. Thank you so much. And please bless us to walk rest of our days in this mortal life with the same kind of love, affection, and help. Thank you.
Sadhu. Yes, Shamala Didi.
Pranam Neven, Pranam Neven, Joy Thakur. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. I'm not very old, but I'm a little bit old and very nervous. But I want to share something. May this Guru Purnima bring happiness, peace, growth, and enlightenment to all who walk the path of learning. I wrote many other things, but I'm not going to use it, sorry. What I want to say, what I have learned, is the power of love what I do these days, I make my cup of tea, I do my meditation, whatever I have learned, but I share my cup of tea with Mataji, my Guru Ma, Sri Gayatriprana Mataji. What happens when you spend time with them, you become Guru Moy. I don't know the English of Guru Moy. It's like you are seasoned with Guru. So what happened whenever I'm in trouble, why I'm in trouble, I look after a lot of homeless people. And I bring them home and they complain, why aren't you allowing steak? I don't allow meat in my house. They complain, why you don't have a big TV? So of course I get little bit upset. And sometimes I have to pick them up from far, far away. What it is, you know, many God says, think about me, I will solve your problem. But what I understood is a pure love calms you down and you don't make any accident. That's all it is. So I believe I am in Mataji's lap. Many of you here, I remember Manika also, we cried and cried and cried and complained why our Gayatriprana Mataji went to India. Why she's not here? We cried and cried. And then we realized Mataji said, Sharmila, your house is like a sangshar, you look after, but here it's a lots of other work. It's a bhog, offering, puja, and all these other people are helping me. I'm taking too much time from them. So I can't stay here. But I just want to share with you this one, that if you are always thinking about your Guru Ma, you learn a lot of things, not from the book, it's from your life. So what I realized when I was child, a baby, of course, I got free love. I didn't have to do anything. But when I was like middle age, not middle age, young, I had to work for the love. I had to study well, I have to do everything well so that I get love. And now I'm a little bit old, so I'm begging for love. But with Mataji, she gives you love all the time. She is the one who connects you with the Holy Mother. So what happened to me is many times, like Guruji is different thing, Guru Ma is different thing, but many times you'll have a different teacher in your life. You might have English, maths, different teacher. Your grandchild could be your teacher. And many people come, hurt you, and go away. That is Parabdha. I had a big loan for them, so I paid that loan and I'm free. So Mataji has taught me what I'm saying now. I'm not upset anymore that my Guru Ma Gayatriprana Mataji has left this world. No, she's more with me now. You know why? Because I don't have to dial her with the area code. Mataji is directly connected with our Holy Ma. So that's the way it is. We used to trouble Mataji so much before HSC. Mataji, please pray, pray. Why? Because if Mataji prays, everything will work. If I pray, nothing will work. It might work this much. Mataji understood. She said, okay, give me the program for the exam. Which day is my son's physics? Which day is maths? And she will pray. Believe me, everything worked. And I'm very, very happy. What I learned from my family, from Mataji, my son is also following that. So now I can't get upset. Before I used to get upset. There is some people, they will bite you all the time. So what happened? This is an amazing thing I want to share all of you, and then I'll run away because, and if I'm late, if I'm too much talking, please do this, then I'll go down. Please, thank you. So what happened? There's a lady, she always says, are you wearing a old sari? Like this is 35 years old. So what? It's okay. It's all right. And she will always put me down. So I used to avoid her. And then I went to a wedding and I was wearing my daughter-in-law's sari. It was okay. And the other lady, I said, oh, I'm wearing pink, I'm looking bad. She said, no, it's okay, don't feel bad. And as soon as that lady came and said, pink doesn't suit you, she said like that. Guess what I did? I was thinking about Mataji. Mataji will forgive her. So I went and cuddled her. And I said, something wrong with your eyes. This lady told me I looked all right with pink. That's the way it is. Don't carry anything. People might be bad to you. They might say this and that. No, everything put it in a garbage bin and throw it out. And every week garbage will be collected, gone. So I don't worry anymore. Only pure love and prem bhakti is the one who can give you is your Guru Ma. Many teachers might come, teach you most hardest subject in this world is physics. I don't know how Mataji did it. Oh my God, it doesn't go in my head at all. But some other teacher will teach you cook this way, that way, and then they will go away. They will hurt your hips. Okay, let them hurt. Account is closed. So now me and Guruma spend lots of time because I don't have a patience of reading and storing. I don't have much knowledge. So I know two things. One is I don't know anything. And number two, I know is the Prem Bhakti is very, very powerful. It's a pure love where doesn't matter where Mataji is. If you are connected and you are driving, Mataji took me long way. I said, Mataji, I was chanting about you. Why you took me long way? It took me more time. Then I find out the shortcut road had a big accident. The shortcut road had a big accident. So what that means? She calmed me down, and because I'm thinking about her, she made all the decision correct. Does it make sense? I'm going now. So if they take you to a troubled water and you complain to God, why you took me to troubled water? Then your Guru Ma will say, because your enemy cannot swim, that's why. Yeah. So thank you so much for loving us. And I feel very, very bad. I want to request all of you, if anybody living in Bokam Hills or Northwest area, please connect me so that I can come more often. I'm really missing it. I'm not saying life is short, because Mataji told me never say life is short. We Indians start living our life after 70. So that's why we think life is short. And I know Mataji from 1984, and I really want to, we did lots of events together when we were younger, and but now I want to do more, Mataji. So please give us opportunity to offer what we keep taking it from you. So much we take, so we like to do something. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
I talked.
Thank you. So, yes. Yeah, sure. Alex, is it? Alex.
You don't need a guru. That's what I told my wife when she asked me whether we should go to this event, GuruPurnima. I told her, why would we need a guru? Why do I need a guru? I have Buddha, his scriptures. I have Alan Watts, got his videos. I've got Tao Te Ching, all his way of life and all of that. And let's skip it. There's no point going. It's just a waste of time. That's what I told her. And then she just looked at me and she kind of smiled and like, okay. And then a couple of days passed and I was just sitting in my lounge on my chair and quiet time. I was thinking, and it was sort of a light bulb moment. Say, why did I react like that? Why did I say I don't need a guru? Then I thought, it's my ego. It has to be my ego. Why can't there be someone who can teach you the way? Because I felt like there couldn't be, and there's Buddha already. No one can anyone can do it. That's what I thought. Anyone can do it. You just need endurance. You just need that willpower to do it. You have books. It's right there. You don't need someone else to tell you. Right? And then I thought, nah, it's my ego telling me, because I feel like I can't do it. I can't see enlightenment if I just put my heart and mind to it. Then it occurred to me that it was my ego telling me, it's kind of blinding me really. And then I realized, I went to my wife and said, hey, babe, this is what I thought it was. I think it was my ego stopping me to cross, go, stopping me, and then realizing that, okay, just a realization point really. And I feel like guru is important. I come here anytime that I can get, and it gives me the time to think, kind of take my time away from my phone and just be here and just be present. So and I feel peaceful when I'm here. That's all. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Alex. So, Anyone else? Go.
I don't know what to say, but every time I come here, I'm blessed. I find so much peace. So and Mataji, nuns and Robert, thank you so much for organizing all the weekly talks. I come in once in a while, but it's every time I make time from my wife. She tells me, what do you go and come, you go and come. So I come alone, and but I share my love that I receive here with my family back home. I'm blessed just to be associated with this with Sharda Amma's, the whole association, the Vedanta Center. Thank you so much. We wish you a happy Guru Purnima and the year to come. Thank you.
All right, so maybe we'll wind up now. Thanks to everybody for sharing your thoughts. We've got the spiritual evening discussion coming up this Friday night, led by Gayatriprana. Next Sunday, another special event, Spiritual Traveller Tales with Walter Mason, and I will join him too. I'm a bit worried I haven't been able to get a hold of Walter. I've been trying to get a hold of him the last few weeks. He's kind of disappeared on us, so I'm hoping he's going to show up. I hope he's okay. And we've got also, keep in mind, on Sunday the 3rd of August, there's the second in a series of talks by Sri Gayatriprana on the 4 yogas. And this second talk in the series will be on Karma Yoga. So keep that in mind. That's on the 3rd of August. So now, please stay back and have some lunch. Trust it's warmed up a bit outside by now. We can all gather out the back for lunch. Yeah.